Hey guys, this is DFD, aka Dark Frozen Depths, back with another Kamihime project video. Now, sorry I haven't done a video where I've talked in a long time because some previous events, I didn't really need to go over the details. And there was one new Advent event that came out, but it was the same old info you probably would have needed for that type of stuff because the JP Wiki doesn't seem to be having too much info lately. Probably because they're easily going through the events anyway. But it was the same old stuff. Get the SSR stuff, get the skill points, get the jewels and all that. It's the usual. If you've seen any of my recent Advent videos where I discussed about the Advent, same old stuff basically. But this is a pretty big one, so I really do have to talk about it. So this update is the 6th anniversary update, and there's some temporary stuff, but some permanent stuff that you need to pay attention to. So first off, new souls. These are the 5 souls I've been talking about for quite a while. I've even talked about them in one of my guides that I've redone because I knew they were coming out soon. So check that out if you want more info on them. But they are Kong Ming, Benkei, Edison, Alhazred, and Alexander. They're all worth it in my opinion. Some are just worth it more than others. But again, you also need to know how to use them because each and every last one of them is kind of dependent on something. The only exception I would say to that is Kong Ming. She's not really dependent on anything else except for maybe a character that can keep her alive, but that's easy. That's easy to do basically. But generally they are pretty good, but you need rank 140 if you want to get all their materials because some of their materials come from the malicious raid. So keep that in mind. And then there's a new raid that we get as well, Och Plus. That also needs rank 140. So there's that. There's a new storyline that's been added as well. And also, Diablos Unleashed has gotten her final break. So what that means is that she can now get her 5th star, and it is 200% special attack with 3 or more elements if she's in main slot. So what that means is that, say, the best way to use her is basically having like 3 of the same element. Like, say you main Wind, get 3 Wind characters, then get like a decent debuffer or buffer from like light or dark or fire or whatever. Just get 2 elements outside of Wind that way. That is a very sizable boost. So if you know how to use her, she can be very, very, very powerful right now. She already was, to be honest, but now it's 200% in special attack, and that's a hard multiplier to get your hands on. So that's a pretty big jump. However, since it is final break, that also means she has an effect if you put her in sub slot, which won't take effect if you put her in main slot. People got to remember, sub slot for those that don't only works if they're in sub slot. But her sub slot just gives you special attack anyway. So I would suggest final breaking her if you have her anyways. And unless you have an Adolan that needs the main slots to match, like the 140% Adolans when they final break, unless it's something like that, you're going to need to you're going to want to have that special attack boost because it's rare to get your hands on special attack. Keep that in mind. Now, the other thing is Barroth has gotten an awakening. I've done a video on awakenings too, but Barroth is a pretty good awakening. Just depends on who you have, because I do know that if you have a Rebus, then you may not need Barroth. So there's that. New raid events also out. I will talk about that in more detail in a different video, but keep in mind that there is an SR Kamihime from that raid event. So there you go from that one. Now, this login, you're definitely going to want to do. There is a lot of magic jewels from this one, enough for like 20 pulls, so keep that in mind. You also get a lot of other stuff too that's pretty good as well. The accessory XP I'm really looking forward to because that's one of the hardest things to get your hands on. So there you go for that one. Now, when it comes to these little bonus jewel campaigns, keep in mind that you get extra magic jewels more than normal when you buy this type of stuff. The best one is actually the 120. because it's like a 1-to-1 ratio. But if you're spending on the game, you're probably going to want to get these. Just don't burn through your star coins just yet, because of something else that I'll talk about later. But I can easily see somebody getting at least the 9800 and the 5000 for a very specific reason. But this next little thing too, main quest and the little element caves and all that, and the material caves, they're all double drops and half AP. So what that means is that you're spending half the AP you normally would, and on top of that, they give double the drops they normally would. So in a sense, each one of your AP compared to normal would tend to result in like maybe 4 times the stuff overall than what you would normally spend for AP. So the thing with this though, anyone that's trying to grind for Eidolon orbs, it is more tedious to do so this way, but it is more profitable to grind main quests for those, because it's been calculated, but you get the most Eidolon orbs per AP or per run or per hour or whatever by grinding main quests. More so than raid event, more so than anything else in the game. If you grind main quests while there's double drops, you get the most Eidolon orbs, period, point blank. So you may want to do that. You may have to do that anyway for the new souls, so there's that. But and then on top of that too, you may need the materials as well. New souls need materials as well. Now, this next one, these two characters are very, very powerful when used right, especially Och, because Och is part of one of the stronger Edison comps for light. Although Diablos holds our own pretty well in dark as well. So don't get that wrong. But the thing is, my suggestion personally, don't pull on characters on their debut banner. Wait for them to come back with a rate up and a reduced pull, because there's been DX banners for a while. They'll stop eventually though. But then there's also times where characters get tossed back in, and you get like either a specific rate up, or you get to get them from a limited ticket or something like that. You need the time when you get these characters, basically, because I can easily say for like the characters that come out within the next, I'd say, half a year will get a DX banner, and you probably don't need to pull for any of them until they're DX banners, when you have a much better shot at them. You get a much better shot because of the fact that the possible SSR gets reduced to where you have a less SSR to try and cycle through before you have a chance of pulling them. A better way to look at it is this: would you rather want to pull on characters when they're 1 out of a possible 200, or 1 out of a possible like 6, and then they're like getting a boosted rate up sometimes too on top of that? So yeah, it all depends on what you do with that one. I mean, you could try. They're still petty, but again, DX still has pity as well, and you got a better shot. It's up to you. But next thing on the agenda, this miracle ticket is worth getting, bar none. 9,800 star coins to get a miracle ticket that lets you pick any of the 6 catastrophe Eidolons you want. But you want to hold off on getting this. 2 reasons. 1, it lasts a very long time. They say till September 29th, but honestly, I think it was until like the 6.5 thing that happens for anniversary and all that. But the second reason, we're currently having something in the game which is roulette, where you get free pulls every single day, and there's a chance where it can be anywhere between 10 to 100 and multiples of 10. So you may want to wait for roulette to end before you actually try to get this ticket, because if you get the ticket, then you have like a 2-week time limit. If you don't get the ticket, then I think you have like 6 months in order to try and buy it. And even then, as the fact is, like, there's like a roulette you probably want to wait through, just in case you happen to get the catastrophe Eidolon you want. I pulled one from roulette before. on both JP and Nutaku sides. But again, you may or may not want to get this immediately. It all depends. If you're really impatient, then yeah, definitely try to use it. But I would suggest to wait until roulette's over at the very least before you try to do that. And there also should be another miracle ticket as well that lets you pick an unlimited characters. But I don't see it listed right here. But that one should be 5,000 star coins. And then there's another gacha. I do believe it takes star coins as well. But I'm not exactly sure. But this one, very big chance that specific characters throughout like specific years. So there you go for that one. And they give you some extra stuff as well. I'm not sure if this needs star coins or jewels though. So if you're trying to aim for a specific character, there you go for that one. But 2017 and 2018 is pretty early, so they are in some miracle tickets that we're going to get our hands on. And then this is roulette I mentioned as well. It's going to be here for a while too. I think it's like 2 weeks. So there you go for that one. And yeah, this is what I was talking about. This miracle ticket should have limited characters in it as well, up to a certain point. 5,000 star coins. So that said, you may want to hold off on getting these miracle tickets that you pay for, because of course, roulette and all that type of stuff. And then there's like a maintenance thing and all that too that they mentioned that got extended. I don't know if they gave us compensation. Yeah, they did. 600 magic jewels for the extended maintenance. But there's that. Now I'm going to also. I forgot to mute the site, but as you can see, I didn't log in specifically to show off some of this stuff. Here's roulette right here. So you're guaranteed at least 10 pulls, but you have a very high chance of 10 pulls. It may not even be exactly as how it's shown on the wheel, but 10 does pop up quite a bit, unfortunately. But and yeah, given where it's rolling, I'm going to stop at 10. I already know. It's like, ooh, maybe 60, maybe 90. No, it's going to be 10. You can tell where it stops once you've done this enough. But there's that. There's a login bonus. Now here's a special login bonus. They give you your 6,000 out the gate, but you still want to log in for all this other stuff, because a lot of this other stuff is hard to get your hands on. And then the new characters have been added too. I managed to get both of them on the Japanese side. But there's those. And then this miracle ticket has limited characters, as you can see. So that's a 5,000 one. This is the big one though. This is the 9,800 one. And then there's a special gacha that we get too that the roulette goes for as well. This miracle ticket has been updated, I do believe. The once a month miracle ticket has been updated. It should be, at least, in order to include Kamihime from another year on there. And then you can get a lot of different stuff too from missions and all that. I'll go over that as well. But missions that have been reworked, if I remember correctly. Yeah, there's new normal missions. Now these are important because you need to raise your rank in order to get a lot of these. And you also need to I do believe get your character, your team to a specific power rating. But as you can see, I've auto cleared a lot of them. And there is a lot of them. Like, look at this mess. So anyways, here's what's happened with this one. If you get rank 100, you're getting all this stuff, as well as a team with a power rating of 50,000. I have 107,000 right here. So, of course, that's cleared. This is the main thing I wanted to show in video, because I wanted to show all the different rewards for this one. So, rank 5, soul points. Rank 10, half elixirs. Those are whatever. Rank 15, weapon EXP. You may actually need this, because you burn through so much weapon EXP when you start getting 5th star on weapons. Ranks 20 and 30, you get SSR tickets that have specific pools for characters. I do believe this is years 1 through 4. So, you can get an SSR between all of that type of stuff. There's a very good chance I'm getting a Dragon guys from these. Rank 25, you get some Idoan EXP. When you start final breaking Idoans, that's when that'll start burning out a lot. 35, some books. I tend to use a lot of books when I was upgrading characters too, so keep that in mind. But those gold and silver books are used for so much different stuff, so always helpful to have them on hand if need be. Rank 40, you get your 3rd SSR ticket. Yeah, 3 SSR Kamihime at random by rank 40. Rank 50 and rank 60 is when you start seeing these miracle tickets. These miracle tickets are special because you can pick any Kamihime that came out within the first 3 years of the game. You get a total of 10 of these by the time you're done with all the missions, so I'm not even going to keep mentioning all that. Rank 55, you get some skill points. 65, you get a lot more half elixirs, to be quite honest, but you don't need to worry about that too much. 75, you get more skill XP. But rank 80, you get some raid medals. You may or may not want to get more of those. Rank 85, you get more energy seeds. Rank 90 is a big one. You now need rank 90 in order to unlock the S-Class souls, or at least start unlocking them. This gives you the materials outright for the first 10 that came out, aside from their soul weapon. So if you hit rank 90, you get a free unlock, basically. Enjoy. Rank 100. This is another special miracle ticket. This one lets you pick any of the 100% Idoans, I do believe. Not the 140% though. Just the 100%. So it's basically Generation 1 hundos that you get to pick with this miracle ticket. Still very good. Now, if you've gotten your combat power to 10,000, you get another SSR ticket for a Kamihime that came out within the first 4 years. 1,500, you get another one. I think that's like 5 now. And then you get more of these miracle tickets when you up your combat power further and further along. So yeah, there you go for all that one. And then these are remade as well, I do believe. You go into a battlefield and do specific things. They'll give you some like materials from all that type of stuff as well. Clear new chapters, you get new backgrounds and all that type of stuff. And then they still kept the things where you get like specific range, you get more magic jewels. They didn't reset those. But I think 250 is the highest one for that one. You don't really need to go that far. I think rank 150 is the highest you need for all the stuff that came out on JP side. So yeah, collecting all this, getting a boatload of new stuff. And my magic jewels have shot up quite a bit. My materials have shot up quite a bit. I got a lot of free pulls I can sip and do. I'm not doing them on video. I'm sorry, guys. But, and honestly, just for the heck of it, I might just do the debut banner, but I really don't need to. But, there's that. Again, this is still out too, this Advent battle, but I've already gone through and, done a lot of this stuff. So at the time of this video, when I upload it, you still got some hours in order to do this one, but I've already gone through and got some of the stuff I wanted from it. But this is a new raid event as well. I tend to just skip the dialogue usually just in order to get my stuff reset. But yeah, go through, do the normal stuff for that one too. Again, I'll do a video with more details for the SR character and hopefully heroic as well, because they always tend to have heroic. The shop, I forgot what that did. I probably need to grind for more Idoan orbs anyways. But I'll definitely be adding star coins at one point. But anyways, that's basically it. Again, to show off all these different things that you can buy as well, you're probably going to want these first two. Whereas limited characters in there, Catastrophe Idolin, there's a roulette. And this is Magic Jewels as well, so you can step and do that for more stuff. But anyways, that's all for this. This has been a long video. Definitely try to claim all your free stuff from the new missions, because that was a big one. But anyways, that's all for this. More will come soon, because I gotta do an event video. But that's all for now, guys, and take care.